Arena. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talkers. But Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be. In this era, it's more gestures. From the watch your head to the too small or rock the baby to Trae Young's theatrical bows, players have their ways of sending a message. Kevin?
And the message usually received, DA. Thank you. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Kelly Olynyk is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Markkanen in at the 3. And for the Pistons, Hayes and Cunningham, the backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with Bay. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. And there has, Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
And it's the Pistons to start out. Now Hayes. Pass to Bay. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And catch and release, not just about fishing. Saddiq Bey last season with the 4th most catch and shoot triples made in the NBA.
Greg, you were talking about how Bay is always in motion. He's always working so well off the ball, isn't he?
He is, Kevin. One of the league leaders in ground covered over the course of the season. And with all his minutes played, you know he's in tip-top shape.
That free throw good from Bay.
Teams really want guys like Saddiq Bey, guys with the combination of length and three-point shooting.
Bay hits them both.
And we've seen it for years. Despite their regular season success, the Jazz just unable to make much noise in the playoffs. Credit the front office for coming to terms with it and pivoting to a rebuild while they could get top value for their stars.
Cunningham with it. Beasley covering. Outside, Bogdanovich. Fires the 3. Doesn't go for him. And Utah the other way now. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They played with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
Here's Cunningham after Jordan Clarkson's bucket. Here's Bay. An 11-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn. And he gets the bucket.
Smooth move by Saddiq Bey, staying agile and getting past the defender.
Outside, Markkanen shoots over Bay. And too long on the shot.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Here's Cunningham. Utah with the rebound.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Beasley, the pass to Clarkson. Back to Beasley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich. And the three-pointer GA has become a focal point of Malik Beasley's game.
Yeah, up until last season, only about half of his attempts were from beyond the arc. Now he's really zeroing in on the long ball as his primary weapon.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. It's been a little over a decade, Steve, since the Pistons last made real noise in the playoffs.
They've had a tough run of it lately, but rebuilding periods are never pretty, Kevin. They just need time to get back to contender status.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
Hayes finds Bogdanovich. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
You can't forget to box out Cade, using that length to track down second-chance opportunities.
Beasley, the pass to Markkanen. And here's Clarkson. Over Cunningham. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Here's Olynyk. And he can't bank that one in. Pistons leading by 4. Pass to Bogdanovich. Pass to Bay. Off target from three-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
And Beasley has the ball here for Utah. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
As a shooter, Clarkson can be so efficient. He gets the ball and goes right into his shot.
Now here's Hayes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. There's the pass to Bay. Hits it from three-point range.
Saddiq Bey embraces playing up-tempo basketball, catching the rock and taking his shots.
And here's Beasley. He kicks it to Clarkson. Pass to Markkanen. Jazz passing it around. Olynyk with it. Hayes on him. From 12 feet out. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Olynyk the pass to Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. Over Cunningham. And that one hits back iron. Detroit leading by 5. Passes to Duran. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
Beautiful pass. At his size, Cunningham sees the whole floor.
Clarkson with the ball. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. Floats it up for Beasley. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Throws it up high. And Duran slams it in.
Quality pass from Saddiq Bey, recognizing the overcommitment and making the D pay for it.
Jazz trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside, Markkanen. Olynyk has the open look. The three-pointer is right on target.
For a big man, Olynyk shoots it well, especially from downtown.
Pass to Hayes. Here's Bay. He's guarded by Markkanen. Bay against Markkanen. Cunningham on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Bay. Here's the 3. Another three for Detroit.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Jazz trail by 9. And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
Mike Conley's checked in for Utah. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Bojan Bogdanovic. Conley feeling it out, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. You look at the Jazz, they're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement.
And I think for the Jazz, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
And we've all thought this. They're just a middle-of-the-road team. The last thing anyone in the NBA wants to be.
And you talk about Cade's efficiency. Craig on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, though, I think the percentages should come around.
Here's Beasley following the bucket by the Pistons. Back to Conley. The pass to Olynyk. Clock at 4, and the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul. A different look here for Detroit. Bagley comes in for Bogdanovic, and Diallo subbed in for Hayes. From deep, Gay. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now Diallo. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Brooklyn.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game. Hamidou Diallo can play different positions for you on the floor. He can handle the ball, and he can get inside and make tough plays.
And, guys, how about Hamidou Diallo? I mean, still a youngster in the league.
He is, GA, but becoming a better scorer each year, averaging over double digits each of his last 2 years. Loves to play inside and do some of the dirty work.
And he can't get the first one. Stewart checked in for Detroit. Burks comes in for Cunningham. The Jazz making a switch here. Good on the second free throw.
Anytime you watch the Jazz, you have to think back to those great Utah teams of the 80s and 90s. They easily could have won a few rings.
Here's Abaji. Here's Alexander Walker. Kicks to Conley. Pass to Abaji. 6 on the shot clock. Alexander Walker passes to Abaji. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Maybe even more than a few. And Smitty, it seems hard to believe those Jazz didn't win a title or 2.
Kevin, well, if it wasn't for a player named Michael Jordan, they probably would have. Those Stockton, Malone Jazz teams ran into Jordan twice in the finals when he was at the peak of his career.
Another miss by Utah.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Gay against Diallo. Outside, Bagley. Right wing. Diallo the pass to Bay. Three-pointer. Here's Stewart. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
From the arc. And that's collected by Gay. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. A 12-point game. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Bagley against Gay. Pass to Diallo from outside the arc. That one's not going to go. So Utah will take it the other way. Gay passes to Conley. Shoots over Burks. Conley's shot is off.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
Now here is Conley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. A step-back shot here, and it goes down 2 points. Alexander Walker's got it back down to single digits for Utah. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they've built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
Detroit leading by 8. Now, here's Burks. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Pass to Stewart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. Shot good by Diallo.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Here's Alexander Walker. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I love to see Alexander Walker do this more. Use his size inside and get to the strike.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Detroit.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
2 shots. And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
That one is off.
This is the area of the game we've seen lots of improvement by Alexander Walker.
And the second free throw, good. And here's Burks. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The pass to Bagley. Pass to Diallo. So here's Burks for the 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Now here is Conley. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Abaji. And they get it back. Another miss by Utah. Pistons leading by 13. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. For Detroit, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first.
And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah's. The Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what.
Noel's checked in for Detroit. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. It's always striking, Greg, to see the bond between the Jazz team and their followers.
Well, when you're the only game in town, people take the team to heart. And we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. The fans form that attachment to their team.
Now, here's Gay. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 6 to shoot. Here's Alexander Walker. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker needs to keep hitting these mid-range J's.
Burks looking around. Passes it to Stewart. Wide open look. Count that one. And the Pistons lead by 15.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
So it's the Jazz now after the basket by Detroit. Pass to Alexander Walker. And there's the pass to Abaji. And it's in there.
Playing with good instincts. Nickeil making those around him better.
Detroit leading by 13. Burks with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Offline from the high post. Sadiq Bey. He's been the guy making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And Stephen Clark, Pistons pretty much in control here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They just been the better team so far.
Jazz trail by 13. On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Beasley. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 4-man position. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit with the drive. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
On the drive, Cunningham moves with purpose, insisting on getting to his look.
Here's Clarkson. Beasley outside. Now Clarkson outside Markkanen. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
And the technical free throw is good.
You know, he's exceptionally focused, well-liked by his teammates. Markkanen looks to be a centerpiece for the future.
Clarkson outside. Latray. Rebound, Detroit. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Has a great combination of height and body frame. Bogdanovich can keep up with the defenders physically.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Bogdanovich against Clarkson. There's the lob to Markkanen. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now here's Hayes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Feeds away. The shot's good from Hayes.
The defender trying to knock Hayes off his rhythm, but he is a well-built kid who easily absorbs contact.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Beasley outside. To the wing right side. Here's Olynyk. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
A physical player, Kelly Olynyk, using his body well to attract contact.
The Jazz have come up with 3 misses and 5 attempts so far at the line.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Shoot 2.
That free throw, no good.
A physical big man who won't back down from anyone. Every team could use a guy like Kelly Olynyk.
Marvin Bagley's checked in for Nerlens Noel. That one misses. Detroit leading by 16.
And like a lot of top picks, Cade Cunningham had to deal with some adversity in his rookie season.
Greg, he had been part of winning teams for his entire life. He was introduced to just how competitive the NBA is, but he says it's only sharpened his focus.
Beasley outside. Here's Markkanen. He's coming off a 19-point game against Cleveland. Clarkson for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Clarkson's got 7 points in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's coming off a 19-point game against Brooklyn. Bagley kicks to Bogdanovich. Here's Durant. Back to Bagley. Over Vanderbilt. Rebound by Olynyk. Jazz trail by 16. Beasley in the post. Covered by Hayes. And that one is good by Beasley.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Outside, Bagley. Dishes it to Cunningham. Just 4 to shoot. Corner shot. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
And the Jazz call time here.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Vanderbilt kicks to Clarkson. Outside, Markkanen. Bounce pass, Bogdanovich. And they pick up 2. And that's now 6 points here for Jalen Duren.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Beasley. An 11-point game for him in the win against Cleveland. Outside, Markkanen. Back to Clarkson. Beasley with a clean look. The three-pointer no good. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. In recent years, the NBA has opened several international academies. Commissioner Adam Silver says huge numbers of people are playing basketball, but unless you take the best at a young age, get them facing elite competition and training under high-pressure circumstances, they won't develop into NBA-caliber players. Kevin?
Well, opening doors, David, that's always a good thing. Expansion. Thank you. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
That's big time. Hayes draws the bump and has the body control to complete the play.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
That free throw good from Hayes.
The size Hayes possesses at his position is unique. He's good at using his physical advantages.
Clarkson on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Here's Vanderbilt, and they convert it last on attempt number 3.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Cunningham. The 3-ball. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd assist on the night. Jazz trail by 20. Clarkson kicks to Markkanen. Passes it to Olynyk. Now, here's Clarkson. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Detroit leading by 20. Hayes the pass to Cunningham. The dish to Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Hayes. Vanderbilt with the block. Now here's Markkanen. Covered by Hayes. Shots good by Clarkson.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
And here's Cunningham. 26 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Now here's Bogdanovich from deep. And Cunningham with the basket on the assist from Bogdanovich. Cunningham's got 12 points in the game. Jazz trail by 20. And the Jazz call time here.
Yeah, and his shot selection, iffy at best tonight. A lot of forced, contested shots this game. He'll be lucky if he just gets a talking to here instead of a ticket to the bench.
Diallo, he's checked in for Detroit. Outside Conley. Lets it go with a 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Conley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Cunningham against Conley. Diallo with it. 6 points for him. Here's Bogdanovich. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Look at Bogdanovich getting physical. Works hard to get the shot off and the foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
He misses the free throw. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
Abaji can't get it to go. Detroit leading by 18. Here's Cunningham. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
What hustle on the glass. Bogdanovich doesn't give up. Have to appreciate the effort.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Rebound by the Pistons. Duran's got 8 rebounds in this game. Detroit's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Right wing. That shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And while you can't get it all back in one possession, just stay after it, keep attacking, and see what happens.
Now, here's Duran. He's got 6. He dishes it to Hayes. Off target with his 3. Jazz trail by 18. Here's Conley, and he uses the glass on the layup. Conley's got 5 now.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
There's the pass to Diallo. And here's Hayes. Takes the 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Rudy Gay's checked in for Beasley. Cunningham passes to Bogdanovich. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 4 assists now tonight. Jazz trail by 18. Here's Alexander Walker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Killian Hayes.
I like whenever Alexander Walker takes initiative on offense. He's so skilled at attracting contact.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. First one falls for him. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Duran. Nerlens Noel comes in for Bogdanovich. Bays checked in for Cade Cunningham. And Alec Burks subbed in for Hayes. So he gets them both. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Detroit. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Pass to Diallo. Back to Burks. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Jazz trail by 18. Outside Conley. Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 7. Back to Conley. Clock at 6. From deep, Gay. Rebound by the Pistons. And he's a physical 6'8 center for the Pistons, and it's easy, Greg, to see why Isaiah Stewart has drawn comparisons to another great Piston, Ben Wallace.
Always a good thing being compared to a Hall of Famer. And Stewart, not just brawn, he's brains too. Watch his film, takes notes. He wants to be great.
Jazz trail by 18. Outside Conley. Second chance shot. No good from Gay.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Inside. 7-foot shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Tenacious play from Stewart inside, putting up the shot all while being fouled.
Pistons have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And that one misses.
And they've had their difficulties from the line here in the second. Could extend their lead if they just make some more free throws.
Good on the second free throw.
An effective role player. Isaiah Stewart is reliable when it comes to rebounding and blocking shots.
And he jams it with authority.
Come on, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Goodness.
And now let's take one more look at that great Mobile One drive.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Passes it to Bay. Stewart with it. Back to Bay. And stolen by Gay. Here's Abaji. And he's good on the three ball. Abaji's got his second basket of the night.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
To the middle. Here's Bay. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
What a game from Sadiq so far. Getting the shots he wants and firing away.
And Utah has possession. They trail by 16. Conley, the pass to Abaji. Shoots over Bay. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
And here's Conley outside. It's deflected. Now Noel. Works for three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
In these moments when he's motivated, Rudy Gay can affect a lot of shots.
And so it's Detroit with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Dwayne, you're ahead. How do you keep this up for the rest of the game?
Well, maintain the disposition. I think we got to have a tough mental disposition against this team because they're going to keep playing. They know how to play the physical game. We did a good job of that half. We've got to maintain that.
Case, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. Right out of the gates, it was Detroit setting the tone. Tenacious on both ends of the floor, they took command early with a 13-2 run. Just a dominant opening period. They led by 13 after one. Then in quarter number two, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
The shooting percentage they allowed was through the roof. Their coach should absolutely be ripping into the defensive effort. They need to take some pride on the other end and just lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Saddiq Bey, what a contribution.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Cunningham and Bey share the wing duty. Bogdanovich out there with Duren. And it's Hayes in at the point guard position. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And they might be down big, but you love the mentality he has to go at defenders and just keep attacking.
Now, here's Cunningham. Bogdanovich finds Hayes. Over Beasley. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Hayes has got 7.
This is where Killian Hayes is most effective. He has the size to be a factor in the paint.
Jazz trail by 16. Clarkson outside. Bey against Markkanen. Back to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. Over Cunningham. Bey pulls it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Inside, Duren, and Duren slams it in.
He's not asked to be a playmaker often, but when he does, he's able. Saddiq Bey, beautiful pass.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Markkanen. Dishes to Clarkson. Vanderbilt kicks to Markkanen. Hayes with the steal. Down low. Here's Bogdanovich. A rebound by the Jazz. Vanderbilt's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Clarkson with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham.
Oh, incredible effort from Clarkson on that play. Willing to give everything to make it an N1 opportunity.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw good. Clarkson.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a bit. Clarkson tightened up his game, and now he is a key factor in what this team does.
Now here's Hayes. 7 points in the game. The kick out to Cunningham. From 20 feet out. Duren, great positioning on the putback. And the Pistons lead by 17.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Clarkson outside. Now the pass to Vanderbilt. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 on the shot clock. Clarkson against Cunningham. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Cunningham passes to Duren. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Vanderbilt's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Beasley outside. Pass to Markkanen. Over Hayes. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Cunningham's got 6 rebounds in the game. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
And when you foul Cunningham, you really got to whack him, or he still figures out how to score.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
That's good from Cunningham.
So much of the offense revolves around Cade Cunningham. He can do it all.
Beasley outside. Passes it to Markkanen. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Pistons leading by 20. Hayes the pass to Duren. Hayes down low. He's up against Beasley. Hayes no good. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Here's Markkanen. Got a hand on it. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Bagley, he's checked in for Bay. Markkanen against Cunningham. For 3, Olynyk. Here's Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Here's Bogdanovich after the basket by Utah. Bagley trying to free himself up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, a pretty consistent scorer throughout the course of his career. Bogdanovich, he was just born to get buckets.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
I think they've looked to dump it down low as often as possible, and so far they've been super successful using this attack.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. Jazz have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Clarkson looking for an opening. Over Bogdanovich. It's tipped. Cunningham with it. Now defended by Markkanen. The 3 from Bogdanovich. Rebound, Utah. Vanderbilt's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Clarkson finds Markkanen. Back to Clarkson. And he lobs it up. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Well, Clarkson doesn't do huge assist numbers, but he won't waste a wide open opportunity.
Hayes with it, working on Beasley. Back to Bogdanovich. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Bogdanovich has got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Here's Beasley. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. Outside, Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. The tray. Rebound, Detroit. Now, here's Bagley. No points in the game yet for him. Stolen by Markkanen. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovich. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath.
3-pointer. No good there. Now the Jazz take it the other way. And Jalen Duren picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Utah making a change here. Gay's checked in. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. To the inside. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Bagley.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Loud pass to Bagley. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
With great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react.
Alexander Walker passes to Vanderbilt. Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Hayes. And here is Conley. He has 5. Over Bogdanovich. And that one goes long.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Buries it from 3-point range. Bogdanovich has got 17 now.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his second.
Utah has gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Gay finds Vanderbilt. Back to Gay. Just 5 on the clock. Bagley trying to free himself up. Will it go? It's rebounded by Hayes. The Pistons have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. And Cunningham with the slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Now, here's Vanderbilt. He's got 6. Gay inside. Defended by Bagley. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Yeah, despite the injuries he suffered in his career, Rudy Gay remains a pretty good athlete.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Stewart checked in for Duren. Nerlens Noel comes in for Marvin Bagley. Alec Burks checked in for Cunningham. And Diallo subbed in for Bogdanovich. Free throw no good for Gay.
Well, Rudy Gay was born in Brooklyn. Over 100 NBA players hail from that borough of New York City, making it a hotbed for hoops talent.
Now here's Hayes. 7 points in the game. He kicks to Burks. Stewart trying to get open. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got his third basket of the night right there.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
The Jazz shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. A lot of talent indeed, and Rudy Gay is just one of many stars hailing from Brooklyn.
And future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony was born there. And just like Rudy, was in Maryland for high school. Kemba, Bernard King, Lenny Wilkins, other legends from the Brooklyn borough.
Conley with it, now guarded by Noel, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 9, just 3 to shoot.
A quality defender. I like how Hayes uses his wingspan and quickness to pester shooters. Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Now here's Hayes. He averages about 5 points a game. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Here's Alexander Walker, and stolen by Diallo. Kicks it to Burks. Rebounded by the Jazz. Here's Abaji. He's got 7. Outside Conley. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now Gay.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And the pass to Noel. Here's Diallo. Detroit, no good that time either. And the Jazz with possession here. 1:46 left in the third quarter. Here's Abaji. His three-pointers off the mark. Detroit's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Hayes up top. He's got 7. Diallo has the open look, and it's off from three-point range. The Jazz shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Nice work by Alexander Walker to cap off the fast break. Those easy scoring opportunities are always appreciated.
Now here's Hayes. Burks with it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
He's a regular at the free throw line. Burks knows how to put the onus on the officials.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Detroit making a switch here. Dave's checked in. And Burks hits 2 free throws. 56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The Pistons shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Out to the right wing. From the arc. Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got 9.
He stands 6'6". He's a combo guard. Burks is capable of handling and creating for others.
Utah shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Gay finds Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. To the paint. Clock at 6. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Stewart with the bounce pass. Here's Burks. Mike Conley grabs the miss.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Here's Alexander Walker. Wow, huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the shot clock, ending the quarter the right way.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Man, we got to get down and get engaged until the end. All right, be precise. Send the ball to the screen. Come across the screen. Focus on the defensive end. Let's go.
There you hear Dwayne Casey asking for more precision on offense and more attention to detail on defense.
Yeah, carry out your assignments on both ends. Do the little things that ultimately make a big difference in the outcome of a game.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Utah. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Alexander Walker passes to Abaji. Here's Alexander Walker. Burks covering. Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Abaji. Pass to Alexander Walker. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to give yourself on the highlight reel.
Pass to Abaji. Fontecchio. The pass to Alexander Walker. Pass to Abaji. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Taylor Horton Tucker doing a nice job of finding his teammates. They are loving it.
Burks kicks to Joseph. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Passes it, delivers for the 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Here's Alexander Walker following the 3 by Detroit. Last season, of course, Marcus Smart won the Defensive Player of the Year. You know, Greg, it's rare to see a guard win it. Should perimeter players get more consideration from this point on?
It's tough, Kev. I do think they should. And I think the numbers, though, tend to favor the rim protectors. But it's only right to recognize great defense at every position, especially in an age of positionless basketball.
Azubuike, good.
The defense has to know not to put a smaller defender on a player of his caliber.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Burks, the pass to Noel. Now, here's Burks. He's covered closely, off target at the rim.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Fontecchio from 10 feet out. Pass to Horton Tucker. Nailed from three-point land.
The quick release there for Taylor Horton Tucker. I love the consistency.
Now here's Burks. Tight defense on him. Bagley, the pass delivers. Now Burks lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound, Joseph. And Noel kicks to Bagley. Pass to Abaji. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Bagley's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Joseph dishes to Bagley. The pass to Burks. Fires the three. The rebound by the Jazz.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. We talk about players. Steve, we talk about coaches and GMs, but not too much about owners and their effect on the game and the organization.
Kevin, the owners for me are A1. It starts from the top. They're the ones who hire the team president, GMs, and coaches. And certainly, there's some teams who have some great owners.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Detroit. To the inside. Here's Noel. And just miss after miss right now. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And that one's good, Abaji.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
Now Burks. Right side, Joseph. Launches a three. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Jazz have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
Now here's Burks. Inside, Bagley, and finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
Utah shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Here's Abaji. Well, we know confidence is key, but Steve, when you see young players who haven't done much in the playoffs acting like they've arrived, can that kind of confidence hold them back a little bit?
Well, you love confidence in anything you do, Kevin. Obviously, you need it, but it can backfire. You love that guys want to say they're great, but it all comes down to proving it.
The Jazz shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%. Passes to Abaji. Fontecchio. Here's Abaji. Pass to Fontecchio. Sinks the triple. Fontecchio's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
Now here's Burks. Defense right on him. Pass delivers. The three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Livers has got 8 points in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
So it's the Jazz now, following the three by Detroit. Here's Abaji. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
2 shots. 5.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
And he's good on the first of 3. Now with the ability to play a soft zone, can Team Steve hide their weaker defenders?
I think it's great, Kevin, for a possession or two. And it works sometimes. But good offenses always find the weak link.
No good on the second free throw.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Burks, the pass delivers. From outside the arc. Burks can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The Jazz again can't hit it.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
Livers the pass to Joseph. Down low. There's the steal. For 3. Agbaji can't get it to go. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Diallo's checked in for Detroit. Jazz have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Fontecchio, he's guarded by Diallo. Kept alive.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Got that one up quick. Livers has got 11 points here in just the second half.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Utah's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Now the pass to Agbaji. The Jazz working the ball around now. To the middle. Here's Fontecchio. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
And the average age of NBA players is getting younger and younger, and now about a year younger than they were a decade ago, Steve.
Kevin, I'm sure you're correct, but for me, I'm also seeing guys play longer and longer and longer. The old guys are sticking around.
And he makes the first. Stewart's checked in for Bagley. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Passes it to Livers. In the corner, it's Diallo. 6 to shoot. A 3-ball. And it's Livers missing. Jazz shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Joseph looking around. Goes up on the wing. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Agbaji. Here's Alexander Walker. 3-pointer. Agbaji can't get it to go.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
Outside, Joseph. Pass to Stewart. Diallo with it from 12 feet out. And that one, good.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Here's Abaji. And here's Azubuike. And there's the pass to Fontecchio. A three-pointer off the mark. Detroit's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Passes it to Diallo. Now Noel. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
No. Come on, Greg, I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And let's also add, he has touch from there. That's a solid shot for him.
Now, here's Joseph. In the corner, it's Diallo. And the three off target. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Detroit.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Cade Cunningham.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And the dunk by Stewart.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Pass to Fontecchio. Inside, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Tough interior defense on Taylor Horton Tucker, but he gets physical right back at him.
And he can't get the first one.
Horton Tucker is a scorer, someone that tries to give his team a jolt of energy.
He hits the second from the line. And the Pistons with possession. And so the Pistons can now just hold on to the ball. Joseph with the ball. Here's Knox. From deep three-point range, missed. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.